So if you want to learn how to do an everyday makeup look, a clean makeup look that can be used for busy professionals and for those that are working in the movie industry like I am, this is a look that can go with everything. All you have to do is just change one or two. But for everyday makeup look, everyday look you can use in the movies, you can use to go to work, this is the right video for you. So make sure you keep on watching till the end. So hello guys, my name is Lydia and this is Makeupunivarsity. I'm going to be talking you through how I achieved this look, so you know everything I used and how I applied them. So first, I'm working on the face. I prepped the face and now I'm going to be applying foundation. I'm using an exact skin tone of foundation. Remember, this is an everyday look, so you want to make it as seamless and as soft as possible. You want to make sure it looks like your client or whoever you're doing the makeup on isn't wearing makeup, like they woke up like that, but with a touch of glam. Okay, so first I'm applying a foundation. I'm not going to be applying too much, just a little to cover up the face, to give a little bit of coverage. And I'm using my beauty blender instead of a brush to blend in the foundation, because I want the foundation to look like skin and not so full coverage. If you want more coverage, you can go ahead and use the brush to stipple your foundation in, but if you want your foundation to look like skin, I'll advise you use a beauty blender. Next, I'm going to use a concealer. I'm using an exact shade of concealer, not too light for her face, something that is like a shade or 2 shades lighter to highlight her face, just to give the face a bit of structure and not to make the makeup look flat. So it's necessary you do some highlighting with a lighter shade of concealer, and make sure you blend it properly. Blend so everything goes in smoothly and it looks flawless. Now I'm applying blush on her face, liquid blush. I actually used a lipstick palette I have for blush. You can use anything you have. It doesn't really have to be the liquid blush itself. If you have a lipstick palette or a lipstick that looks good, you can use it as a blush. So I'm applying this blush on her cheeks. I applied it on my hands first to warm it up and to spread it out before using the beauty blender to apply it to her face, so I can give it like a natural look. I can determine how much I want on the face and whatnot. Okay, and then I use the setting spray to lock it down, and now I'm setting the face with powder. I'm actually using the shade of powder I use for highlighting to set the place that I highlighted, the place that I used a lighter shade of concealer on, as you can see. And I'm just setting it down. I'm not baking, just pressing it down to give it a nice finish and to make sure that it doesn't crease. Now I'm going to use a shade of powder to set the whole face everywhere that doesn't have that I did not highlight. I'm going to use a shade of powder to set it down. You can see how the skin is matching, how the makeup is matching with the actual skin tone. What you want to do if you're doing an everyday natural makeup look, a clean makeup look, you want to make sure that everything you're doing matches with the actual skin tone of your client and not looking lighter or darker than the skin tone. That way it's more believable, it's more natural. And now I'm applying blush. I love blush. I don't miss blush for anything. I always apply blush to give a flush of color to the face and to give this very youthful look. I love blush a lot. It's one of my favorite makeup products. So I add this blush to her cheekbones, a little bit to her nose, just adding. And if I say it's too much, of course I'll go in with powder to tone it down, but just doing everything in the right proportion helps your makeup to look more natural. And then I'm going to the brows. For the brows, all I do is follow the natural line, the natural shape of the brows. Sorry, I can't speak. All I do is follow the natural shape of the brows. Just make it look very clean and very natural. I don't do so much with the brows. I just follow the shape and fill it in. Fill out everywhere that has bald spots or empty spaces. I just fill it in to give that natural look. And then I'm going to clean up the brows with some concealer just to give it an extra clean look, to just clean up every mistake. I don't think I actually made any mistake with the brows, but to make it look extra lovely, extra neat, extra clean, you have to clean it up with a concealer. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I'll be using a dark shade of powder as eyeshadow. Not really eyeshadow, just to give a pop of color to the eyes, a natural look, a natural colorful look. I don't know what to say, but just to add some colors to the eyes, I'm going to put a dark powder shade on her eyes just to give a little bit of color to it, to make it look good. You can actually skip this part, it's not compulsory, but it will take your makeup to another level. Okay, it's going to give it some extra touch, some extra goodness, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to set the place I concealed with the shade of powder as well to make everything look good. Now I'm using the blush I used for her face on her eyes as well to give a touch of color to her eyes. You can see I'm not using so much. It looks like there's nothing there. And now I'm going to do a eyeliner. I'm going to apply eyeliner on her. Just something really natural with a little tiny little bit of wing, just very little. To help you apply it properly, you have to stretch out the person's eyelid so you can apply it properly. That's what I'm doing over here, stretching out the eyelids to apply it properly. Now I'm going to use a dark shade of eyeshadow, black eyeshadow actually, to just go under her eyes. I'm not applying eyeliner directly on the rim of her eyes because I don't want her eyes to look smaller. So I'm just using the black eyeshadow just under the eyes to smoke it out a little bit. And then we go to the lips. I'm actually using the brown pencil for the lips to line the lips. And after that I'll go in with her shade of concealer. Yes guys, that's a big secret, but you should try it out. Your concealer shade is your best nude shade. You can use it for your lips and it will look perfectly good on you. You can see how beautiful this concealer looks on her. Yes, it's a concealer I used for the lips, not lipstick. You can see how lovely it looks with the brown liner. So that's what I did for that natural look. And then I'll go over to use a lip balm for her lips just to give it a little bit of shine. I'm not using a lip gloss this time because I don't want it to be too glossy. I just want it to look natural and fresh. And then I go over again with the setting spray just to bring everything back together and tone down the powdery look. After that, I'm applying the mascara last. I did the mascara last because I don't want the setting spray to ruin the mascara and ruin my makeup. So I usually do the setting spray first and then I do the mascara. So that brings me to the end of this makeup look. I hope you enjoy this look. Watch out for part 2 where we're going to turn this look, natural daytime look, into a nighttime look. Okay, love you guys. Bye.